I'm going to help you with the pronunciation of one of the most important modals that we have practiced. What is the pronunciation of this word, guys? Who remembers?
Wall.
Good.
Kinda. Exactly. Can you repeat, Laurita?
Good.
Yes, of course. The L doesn't sound because the pronunciation is would. Okay? Would is the auxiliary for what? Do you remember what is the function of would?
Yeah. For propositions.
Propositions.
No.
What is a proposition?
Propose.
Propose.
Future propose.
That is not in the manual.
Is for imaginary situations.
Yes, of course. Would is to talking about imaginary situations. That is in the manual, right? So for example, when you use would, give me an example using would. Anyone? An example using would?
For example, I would like to be rich.
I would like to be rich, no?
For
And
example.
we usually use it for conditionals, imaginary conditionals. What would you buy, Benji, if you were rich?
If I were rich,
Yes, if you were rich.
I would to buy a yate.
Connector. The connector is not necessary.
Yes. Two is not necessary in this case.
Excellent.
Okay. If I were rich, I would like buy a plane.
But you see yate. New
Yate.
pronunciation. Yacht.
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 Okay. Okay. Now be careful. You said like. Like is not necessary. Also.
Okay. I would okay. If I were rich, I would buy
Yes.
a jet. A jet.
Pronunciation. Yeah.
A yacht.
A yacht, exactly. That's correct. Excellent. So we are talking about imaginary situations, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's go to the next. How do you pronounce this word? Pronunciation. Laurita.
Yes. If I spoke English very well,
okay,
I would travel
Wait,
around the world.
We need pronunciation, not an example.
Okay. If I...
No. An example, not. Pronunciation.
pronunciation could.
Exactly. The
Okay.
pronunciation here
Could.
is could.
Could.
Again, the L doesn't sound, right?
Mhm.
The L doesn't sound. And what is the function of this word?
Is possibility.
Possibility in the future, no?
In future.
Exactly. Possible future. I could do this. I could do that. That's possible for me.
Yes.
No? Give me an example using could. Mitch.
Mm,
Mm,
Go, Michelle.
could you go out with me?
But the word could you go out with me is not, well, that's a question. That sounds like an invitation, and an invitation is with would. Not could.
Okay.
We need to talk about possible futures, affirmation and possible futures.
Hmm. Okay.
Imagine something that is possible for you tomorrow, or try to make a prediction. Do you think it will rain later?
Hmm. It could rain tomorrow.
It could rain tomorrow, right? That's a possible future, and this is the correct form of could.
Okay.
You see? Now, let me show you something called homophones. You saw the word would, right? But what happens when we have the word and you trying to pronounce this? Look at the spelling. W-O-O-D. Pronunciation?
Would.
good.
Good.
Correct. The pronunciation, guys, is the same. Look at this. What is wood? This is wood.
Table wood.
Switch. Wood table.
Table. Yeah.
Right? Wood, the second one, is a material. And the first one is the auxiliary. This is something that you need to take very, very careful consideration because homophones are very important when you are trying to understand people. An homophone is a word that sounds similar to another in the same language. That brings me to the following section. Listen to this. I want you to hear the following line. Please, let's read this together. Okay? Question number 1. Let's read this. No fail. Okay. Let's make a question, okay? How much wood, everybody repeat. How much wood
How much
How
was
much
good?
would
How much good?
wood is wah. It's not good, eh? Be careful. Good. Good is the
Good.
opposite of bad. Don't use your throat. Use only your mouth.
Wood. Wood.
How much wood?
How much wood?
How much
How
How
wood?
much
much
how
good?
much would
Okay, that sounds better. Would a woodchuck chuck?
Wood.
would
a
a
woodchuck
woodchuck
chuck?
chuck?
Excellent. A woodchuck is an animal that chucks wood. This is a beautiful woodchuck,
Hmm.
right? And this woodchuck, the action of chucking wood is this. Let me check. Chuck. Where is the verb? This is to chuck. Okay. The action of the boy, he's chucking a ball.
Hmm.
So now you can understand that chuck is a verb, that would is an auxiliary, but would in this case is a noun. Sounds similar, but it's not the same. Do you agree? So let's make the question together. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? 1, 2, 3. Let's go with Elsie. 1, 2, 3. Action.
Repeat it.
Yes, of course. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck?
How much would a woodchuck chuck?
Okay, I like it. I like it. Okay. Question, Laurita, please make the question.
Say the question.
Yes, please pronounce it.
Okay. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck?
Excellent. That sounds really good. Michelle, pronunciation.
How much would a woodchuck chuck?
Sounds good. Excellent. Cesar, pronunciation.
Okay. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck?
Okay. Watch out, because I heard an L. So you need to separate. Is how much wood is the first section, then the auxiliary is a divisor, a divider.
Okay.
So one more time.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck?
Exactly, a woodchuck, right? Good. This the separation is very good. Okay, it's normally the question word, the person, and then this is a division. When
Okay.
you read, guys, it's super important to make a division in the person and the verb. Separate the person and the verb always. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Next, Hector, pronunciation.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck?
Okay, pronunciation. Watch out for the word chuck.
A chuck.
Exactly.
Chuck,
Open for the ah. Chuck.
Chuck. Chuck.
chuck,
The same thing with the woodchuck.
woodchuck,
Correct. So read again.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck?
Excellent. That sounds good. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? Question, Benji. Pronounce it.
This teacher. How much good would a woodchuck chuck?
Watch out, you are pronouncing good.
Good.
If you use the throat, g, you are pronouncing a different word. The pronunciation for the W is with, pronounce it with, wa,
With,
wa, wa. Aha, exactly. With or
with,
would,
Wood.
right? If you pronounce this with,
what,
With.
with,
you see?
what,
Exactly. It's not
what?
goo, right? It's
Okay,
would. Pronunciation, would.
Wood.
what?
Excellent. Let's go with the next one. Would.
Would.
Wood.
Perfect. Complete.
How much? How much got? No. How much get?
It's not
How
good.
much?
Wah, wah, wah.
How much
Woo,
get?
woo, woo, woo,
How much
woo,
get? No.
woo, woo.
How much get?
Watch out. Now you open too much. Close it. Would.
Good.
No. Would.
Good.
Watch out because no throat, no guttural, only your mouth. Would.
How much good?
Okay. Complete.
How much good
Would.
would a good chuck?
Okay.
Chuck.
Okay, I like it. Be careful. The L doesn't sound. It's
Okay.
would.
How much get? No. How much
Good.
get?
You're pronouncing good. Good is different. Would.
How much what?
Okay.
How much what? Get a what chuck? Chuck?
Okay, that's very difficult for you because you are pronouncing the W with a G. But don't pronounce it. You doing this. You're doing this instead of the like this. Good. So that's the reason you are pronouncing good instead of would. You see? They're very different, eh? Very, very different. Would.
What?
Aha. Good.
Good.
Excellent. Would.
What?
Excellent. And this sounds similar to would.
What?
Exactly. This is the same. Would and would. Would.
What would?
Excellent.
Sounds similar.
Would. Sounds similar. So when you see it like this, how much would?
Okay. How much would a woodchuck? Chuck.
Oh, fantastic. That sounds very good. Excellent. How much would a woodchuck chuck? Okay. Then we pass to Brian. Pronunciation?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck?
No problem over here. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? Okay. What is the condition? In this case, the condition is using could. Okay? The condition says if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Listen to this. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? Let's eliminate here and collocate here. If a woodchuck could chuck wood. Let me help you with a visual. This is the wood. and this is to chuck. And the woodchuck is the animal. Okay? Pronunciation, Brian.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Oh, fantastic. Very good. And you make a perfect division, no? The division here, the division here, and the division here. No? When you have a person verb complement, you make a division in the person verb. Pronunciation, Elsie.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Fantastic. No problem, you see? Good. Pronunciation, Hector. Hector, are you there?
Okay. Sorry, teacher.
Action, brother.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
No problem. Okay. So we are going places, right? Do you understand this question?
I think so.
You think so?
Yes.
Who can tell me what is the meaning in Spanish?
En la cantidad de madera que puede,
Ajá, ajá.
no sé, en este caso cortar la marmota esta,
Pero aquí está, no es una marmota.
o tirar, no sé,
Tirar, ¿no? Exacto, porque este Chuck,
tirar,
ajá.
ajá, eso es tirar.
¿Y este qué es?
Castor, o- sí, es un
Castor.
castor,
Un
¿no?
woodchuck es un castor, exactamente. Ujú. Y es una pregunta, ¿no?
Ajá.
So, ¿cómo se qué haz la pregunta completa en inglés? En español, perdón.
¿Cuánta madera puede, no, a ver,
Sí, vas bien, vas bien, vas bien.
¿cuánta madera puede un castor tirar si el castor puede,
Si el
si el
castor
castor pudiera
pudiera
tirar madera? Ajá, si
tirar
el castor
madera,
pudiera tirar la madera.
exactamente. ¿Sí? Very good, brother. Very, very good. Ese es el objetivo de esta clase. Vamos a entender tongue twisters in English. This is what we call a tongue twister. A tongue twister is a word is a very good exercise to understand English while exercising our pronunciation. You know, exercise of comprehension, English comprehension, and pronunciation at the same time. Okay? Any volunteer to read the question and the answer in this tongue twister? Do we have any volunteer to the Hunger Games? Sí, I saw you, eh? I saw your intention. Do you want to pass?
Yeah.
Excellent. Go, Caesar.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Oh, wow. Wonderful. That's amazing. That sounds really well. Really, really, really well. Okay, okay. Now let's try another. Okay? Let's try another. I'm gonna send you the following, okay? Do you know what are these?
Yes.
Right?
Pickle.
What are these? Excellent. Oh, you know that. Very good. This is a pickle. Okay. Everybody pronunciation?
Pickle.
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 Exactly. This are pickles. Okay? One pickle and two pickles. Okay?
Pickles.
Exactly. Now, when you are talking about this specific type of package, the name is this. What is the name of this in English? Probably this one. Who knows the name in English?
Chili.
Chili is one name, yes, but there is another very, very important.
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno is a type and a specific one. For example, these are jalapenos, but these are habanero, and these are different types of chilies, but there's a different name in general. Who knows? No?
Peppers.
Very good. Mitch, you are totally correct. These are peppers, my people.
Peppers.
Okay? The name for this is pepper. Okay. Now we continue with the same line, and we obtain this photo. If we say that the others are pickles and these are peppers, when they are in this specific liquid, is called pickled peppers. Everybody pronunciation. Pickled peppers.
Pickled.
Pickled
Pickled
peppers.
peppers.
Pickled peppers.
Pickled peppers. Exactly. Very good. Now let's talk about the jar. Okay? This thing, this container, the name for this is the name is a peck. Everybody pronunciation?
Peck.
Good. A peck. Good. So, when you are talking about this, for example,
Is peck only good?
only what again?
Only from good?
Yes, only from wood. Exactly. Aha. Yes, of course. Is peck only when the material is is would. Okay. So then I introduce to you this person whose name is Peter.
Mr. Pickles.
Mr. So-so, because he's only Peter, but he has something in his hand. You know? Do you remember the name of this?
Peck.
Peppers.
A peck. This is a peck, exactly. The other one, pronunciation, Laurita?
Peppers.
Peppers, very good. But
Ah,
what specific types of
peppers.
peppers? Exactly. Pickled peppers.
Pickled peppers.
That's right.
In peck on.
Peck is the object.
Okay.
No?
Yes.
And how do you say recoger in English?
Pick up.
Pick up.
Mhm.
Or only pick. Pick is the action. Okay? So here is the challenge. Pronunciation. Let's go. Let's go, Laurita. How would you pronounce this?
Yes.
His name
Peter
is Peter Piper, eh?
Piper.
Hmm.
Okay. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How
Excellent.
many pickled peppers did Peter pick?
Okay, pronunciation.
Pike.
Watch out. This is correct, pick. But this one, the pronunciation is Peter with a da 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 da.
Ah, okay. Peter.
Exactly.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled.
Just a second. Just a second. Wait a second.
Pickled.
Wait a second. The name.
Peter.
Peter. Okay.
Peter Piper.
And the second name. Wait.
Okay. Peter. No.
Kinda.
A ver. Peter. Peter Piper.
Piper, exactly.
Okay. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
What is the past of pick?
Pickled.
Pick. The past of pick.
Pickled. Oh, pickled.
This one is difficult, no?
Yes. Pickled.
Remember, if the verb ends in K, the ed sounds
Ide.
sounds
Picked.
Picked, exactly.
Okay.
That's a pronunciation.
Picked.
Picked.
Okay. Peter Piper picked. A peck of picked peppers. How many picked peppers?
Pronounce the L. Pickle.
Pickled. Okay. How many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick?
Wow. Yes. What a difficult tongue twister, right?
Yes.
This is another one, guys. Okay. Pronunciation, let's go. Mitch, how would you pronounce this? Remember the ED, eh? Action.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Good.
How many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick?
Let's go. That's correct. That's correct.
Eh.
The last one. Go. Benji, how would you pronounce this? Remember the verbs in past, eh?
Okay. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many pickled
Aha.
peppers?
What is the past of pickle?
How many pickled?
Let's go to the soundboard. Remember, when we have the verb with L, a verb that ends in L, the sound of the ed is d.
Yeah.
D. Exactly.
How many pickled? How many
Okay.
pickled
Excellent.
peppers
That's the pronunciation. Yes, correct.
did Peter Piper pick?
It's not paper.
Piper?
Piper.
Peter Piper pick.
Peter Piper pick. The question again?
How many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick?
Good. So that tells me that we need to remember the pronunciation of verbs in past, eh? Regular verbs in past, my people. We are pronouncing the ed. And it's not all the time. Remember this screenshot. Okay? When the ed sounds t, when the ed sounds ed, and when the ed sounds only d. Yes or no? Questions? You have this screenshot now. This is with you. I need to send Michelle the material. After the class, I promise you I will send it to you.
Please.
Yes, yes, I need to send it
Please.
to you. I always forget.
Me,
I will pass it to you.
I lost my handbook.
You have your handbook? Ah, okay, so I can send it to everybody again.
Thank
Okay?
you.
Yes, of course, don't worry. Everything is in the handbook, okay? The pronunciations of past, irregular and regular verbs, formulas, everything is there. Well, I have some news for you, my people, because these two tongue twisters are technically elementary tongue twisters. This means that the tongue twisters that you just saw are easy. Level 1. Okay? So, I'm going to introduce to you two more intermediate phrasal tongue twisters. Are you ready? Let's start with the first one. The C. Oh, this is great. I love it. Pronunciation, eh? I'm gonna give you the pronunciation for this. How do you pronounce this word? Let's go, Hector.
Background.
Background, very good.
Background.
Okay, and how do you pronounce this?
Brown.
Brown, right? So then how do you pronounce this?
black background, brown background. Okay.
I know. This is a trick. Don't worry. It's very easy in visual, no? But when we are reading, it becomes tricky.
Okay. Black background, brown background.
Oh, very good. Now 3 times. No. That's enough. Only one. Brian, how do you pronounce this?
Black background, brown background.
Okay, that's easy. Good. How do you pronounce this, Elsie?
Black background, brown background.
Okay, you have no problem with this. Okay, all right. So let's go for next level, no? Because this is too easy for you. Let's go for this one. Pronunciation. Let's go Caesar.
Okay. 77 benevolent elephants.
Okay, 77 benevolent elephants. I like it. Okay. What about Michelle? Pronunciation.
77 benevolent elephants.
Okay, no problem. Very good. Let's go, Laurita.
77 benevolent elephants.
I like it. There's no issue in this. Okay, let's go to the next. How do you pronounce this? Elsie. No.
The chick, 66 sheep is sick.
Okay, everything is perfect except this one. The ordinary numbers.
60? No.
That one is tricky, no? The TH should sound. My dyslexia is all over. That's in the chat. Oh my god. Sixth, the last part, the TH should sound with this symbol over here. Okay? Yeah. So when you pronounce the sixth, you need to pronounce it with the corresponding sound. Sixth.
Again, please.
Sixth.
Six.
Excellent. Yeah, it's difficult. I know. But that is the exercise. Sixth. Fantastic. Fantastic job. Okay. Everybody, let's try to pronounce it together because it's very difficult. Sixth. I like it. Okay.
Is with the toe in my teeth?
Exactly, between your teeth. Actually, it's similar when you pronounce the word teeth. You see? So you say sixth. It's very, this specific movement is super intermediate and advanced. It's very, very nice. Sixth. Yeah. So complete.
The chick, 66 sheep is sick.
That's correct. Do you know what is chic? Yes. What is chic?
Like cool?
Like cool, similar to fashion. Exactly. So we are talking about a fashion ship. Let's say chic ship. Let me check if I can find a sheep with. Look at this. Observe. This is probably a chick 66 sheep. And one of them is sick. Right? This is a very nice one. Let's pronounce it. Pronunciation, Brian.
The chick 666th sheep is sick.
Very good. Excellent. Pronunciation, Mitch.
The chick 666 sheep is sick.
Okay, that one was decent. That one was decent. Very good. Go, Caesar.
Okay. The chick 666 sheep is sick.
It's exactly, he's sick because he's not 6, right? It's a number. Good, 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 good. And the last one, Hector. Pronunciation.
The chick 666 sheep is sick.
Very good. No problem. You have a very, very good exercise. Now, a very common problem when we pronounce English is the pronunciation of the letter R. Because in Spanish, we have a very Spanish R, no? Which is very different in English. Different. Please practice the R. The R and L. Okay? The first word, pronunciation, everybody.
Loyal.
Everybody pronunciation.
Loyal.
That's
Loyal.
correct.
Loyal.
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 Next. Ra, ra, ra.
Warrior.
War.
Warrior.
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 Warrior. The R
Warrior.
shouldn't pronounce the R with the R, you know? Let me speak Spanish for a second. La R en español toca nuestro paladar. La parte de arriba se llama el área palatal. Nuestra R está vibrando mientras toca la parte de arriba. Cuando tú pronuncias esto en inglés, la R tiene que hacer la tienes que hacer rollito y mandarla para atrás. ¿Ok? Entonces la R en inglés, quiero que vean esto de acá. ¿Vieron cómo se curvea la R? Sin tocar el área palatal. Pues traten de hacerlo. Eso es una R perfecta. Porque si toca la parte de arriba, se hace una vibración que no existe en inglés. Y se hace se hace una interrupción en el aire que provoca una vibración y ese sonido no existe en inglés. Traten de hacerlo. Esa R existe en palabras como... Bueno, cuando pronuncias la R de manera rápida. Eso se considera un error de fonética y si pronuncian la R como en español, es difícil de entender cuando lo pronuncian los americanos. ¿Ok? So, everybody. Warrior. Warrior.
Warrior.
Warrior.
Warrior.
Warrior.
Warrior.
Warrior.
R doesn't touch. Very good. Next. Rarely. Rarely.
Rarely.
Excellent.
Rarely.
Rarely. Very good. Next. Worry.
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 Worry. Good.
Worry.
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 And the last one. Rule.
Roll.
Rule.
Roll.
Rule. Excellent.
Roll.
Para este punto deberían de sentir presión en su lengua. Right? Se siente un buen. Este es el tipo de cambios que tenemos que hacer cuando hablamos inglés. Porque al momento de hacer el cambio al idioma extranjero, tenemos que también manejar otros, ¿cómo se llaman?
Músculos.
Músculos, exactamente. Otros músculos que no solemos usar en nuestro idioma natural. La R y la L es una de las principales, de los principales cambios en inglés. So, a loyal warrior will rarely worry why we rule. Try to pronounce it slowly and careful. Pronunciation, Brian.
A loyal warrior will rarely worry why we rule.
Sounds perfect, eh? I like it. I really like it. Next, Hector.
Okay. A loyal warrior will rarely worry why we rule.
Oh, very good. You have no problem in pronunciation, eh? Congratulations. Next, Benji.
Okay. A loyal warrior will rarely worry why we roll.
No problem. Excellent. Next, Caesar.
A loyal warrior will rarely worry why.
Good. No problem. Excellent, excellent job. Okay? Finally, switch to Spanish again. Okay? We are going to pronounce now a different one with the D, the letter D. Listen to this. The pronunciation of letter D is very different to letter D in Spanish, right? Switch to Spanish. En clases anteriores habíamos hablado de la letra D en español, a diferencia de la de inglés. ¿Quién se acuerda de qué dijimos? O tal vez no, esperen, estoy confundiendo grupos. No, no hemos hablado de esto. Esto es nuevo, sí es cierto. Perdón. No hemos hablado nada de esto. Ahí les va. Si ustedes pronuncian la palabra, no sé, digan esto. Decir. Everybody. Decir.
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 En español, ¿eh?
Decir.
No es Spanglish. Decir.
Decir.
A decir.
Ok.
Decir.
Dámelo.
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 Dar.
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 Dado.
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 ¿Qué posición tiene la lengua cuando dicen dado, dar, decir?
Data.
En los-
Pegada a los dientes.
Está pegada a los dientes, ¿verdad? Está en medio de tus dientes y estás pronunciando la letra D. El problema con esta fonética en español es que cuando queremos hablar inglés, la posición correspondiente es para otro sonido. En inglés, esa posición corresponde no a la D, sino a la TH. Por ejemplo, cuando pronuncias the.
The.
Everybody pronounce the.
Da.
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 The.
Da.
Ujú. Esta pronunciación puede afectar cuando te escuchan hablar inglés. Porque es bien distinto decir Monday, right?
Monday.
Con una D, ahorita les enseño a usar ese sonido, a decir they.
They. They.
Day. Oops.
Day.
Versus they.
They.
¿Escuchan una diferencia entre la D y la TH? ¿Right? Entonces, ¿cómo se pronuncia la D en inglés? La D en inglés se debe de pronunciar usando la misma fonética que usas cuando pronuncias la T. Everybody. Profesor Girafales. Ta, ta, ta. ¿Ok? 1, 2, 3. Ta, ta, ta.
Ta.
Esa fonética que acaban de hacer corresponde a la D en inglés. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Exactly. Give me Pepsi, mommy. You know? Da, da, da. So when you pronounce the D in English, D.
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 Miren cómo la D está tocando
D.
el área palatal, no está tocando los dientes. Ya. Cada vez que vean una letra D, deben de pronunciarlo con la lengua tocando la parte de arriba. So the pronunciation is Drew, Dots, Dad, Dogs, Dead. I repeat. Drew, Dots, Dad, Dogs, Dead. Right? With the tongue on the top, not in your teeth. Okay? So let's begin with you. Go pronunciation Benji. Drew, dots, Dad's, dog, dead. Action.
Drew, that's dogs, dead.
Good. I like the pronunciation of your consonants. Exactly. Elsie, pronunciation.
Drew the drew the ducks. Drew the ducks. That's ducks dead.
Good. Excellent. I know
Sorry.
it's difficult, but you're good. Good, good, good. It's about practice. Next, Laurita.
Yes. Throw dots, that's dogs, dead.
Good. I like it. Yes, you pronounce it very well. And the last one, Mitch.
Drew dots that's dog's dead.
Perfect. No issue in this case. Okay. That's it. To finish this class, we have the final one that I think is super difficult. Okay. Let's go to some upper intermediate stuff. Why not? we are going to pronounce the S in comparison with the SH. She sells seashells by the seashore. What is a seashell? This is a seashell. And this is a seashore, like Acapulco shore. Okay, the seashore. By is similar to near. So, pronunciation. Go, Hector.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Okay, that's very easy. What about Ryan?
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Okay, no problem. I like it. What about Benji?
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Okay, no problem. You're checking this very carefully. Yes. Okay. The last one. The W, the S, and the CH. Okay. A witch. This is a witch. Okay. Switch. You remember what is switch, no? To interchange, inversion. Okay. And this is called a wrist watch. Very important vocabulary. This is very difficult because the W in this case is silent. Okay, so super attention here. Silent W. Wrist watch. Everybody pronounce. Wrist.
Wristwatch.
Watch.
That's correct. Wrist.
Rest.
Wrist.
You see?
Rest.
Rest.
Wrist.
Wrist.
Watch.
Watched.
Watch.
So together,
Watch.
wristwatch.
Wristwatch.
Watch.
Wristwatch.
The W is silent in this case. Okay. Let's practice. Pronunciation. Caesar.
Okay. Which switched
Okay,
the
much better.
the squish wristwatches.
Excellent. That sounds good. Excellent. Next, Elsie.
Which switch the Swiss reaches?
Okay, that one is difficult. Wrist watches. Two composed words.
Wrist watches?
Wrist watches, exactly. You need to remember what is wrist. This part of the hand, this is your wrist. Okay. This is your wrist.
Wrist watches.
Right, very good. Okay, what about Laurita, pronunciation?
Yes. Which switched the Swiss wristwatch.
Excellent, wristwatch is very good. I like it. And finally, let's go with Wingy. Remember the past of which, eh? Switch.
Okay. Which switch it?
Switch and ch. The past of switch.
Okay.
Look
Switch.
at this.
Switched.
Switch.
Exactly. Complete.
Okay. Which switched? The Swiss.
The W is whoa. Swiss.
The Swiss.
The Swiss now. Swiss.
Swiss.
Swiss, exactly. The Swiss.
The Swiss.
Good.
The Swiss wrist watches.
Excellent. Okay, again. One more time, Benji.
Okay. Which switched the Swiss wrist watches?
Excellent. That sounds good. Good. Okay, that's difficult, right? It is.
Yes.
Caesar, pronunciation.
Okay. Which suit the Swiss wristwatches?
Perfect. Watch out for the verb switching past, eh? Switched. Everybody pronunciation. Switched.
Switched.
Good.
Switched.
Switched.
Okay.
Next. Go. Michelle.
Which switched the Swiss wristwatches?
Okay, I like it. Good job. Brian.
Which switched the Swiss wristwatches?
Good job. That is correct. My people, you can practice using these tongue twisters to check your correct pronunciation. I recommend that you Google Translate and listen to the pronunciation and duplicate. Copy the pronunciation. These tongue twisters are in YouTube too. So you can go to YouTube and listen to the people saying tongue twisters. These are super famous, popular tongue twisters in the United States that you can use to practice your pronunciation. If you pronounce correctly, you will understand correctly. Get it? Well, happy Monday, my people. This is your class for today.
Thank you, teacher.
You too. Have a very nice Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys. Thank you, teacher.
You too.
Thank you. Good night.
See
Thank
you
you, teacher.
tomorrow.
Bye, guys. See you
Bye.
tomorrow.
See you
See you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Teacher, please,
Thank you.
handbook.
The handbook. Yes, I sent to you. Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Me too, please.
Yes, to Mitch. Of course. I'll send it to you guys. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good
Bye.
evening, guys. See you later.